Hi everyone, Sailor Venus, Sailor V, Sailor Hellish World, Mina here. Or Mina Ino here, and my hair's a sty. That's not what this film's about. I hate this hair, it's always a sty. Sorry. And today we're going to talk about how did I never get in a bind with ownership or Doubleright with the Toei business, with Owling Now Golding's business, or anyone who has any ownership or Doubleright over Sailor Moon. First off, let's keep in mind that I don't upload anything. I don't upload anything, no films or shows or plays or film games or film shows or songs or anything that they have full ownership over, a half ownership over, or full double right over, a half double right over, or whatever the grounds need be. I don't have anything in my fairway that the folks at the Toei business or the folks at the Owling Now Golding's business could ever strike down for Doubleright. Well, need be, yeah, I don't have anything like that. So I'm not worried about the Toei business, the Owling Now Golding's business, coming on our film and saying, oh, well, we own that song, we own that film, or that drawing film, or that drawing show, or that play, or whatever, strike it for Doubleright. Now, a lot of folks get misled about fair work. They think fair work is something you put on your work. No, fair work is something that when you get pulled into, when you got a law work on you for Doubleright, then you say my work is fair work and hope that the high diva and the oath takers, you can look at the work and say, yeah, it meets fair work or it doesn't. But fair work isn't something you can just, put at the end of your upload, live stream, short, or, podcast and think it will shield you from being struck for Doubleright, because it will not. So, a lot of folks, would say, oh, well, why? A lot of folks would say, oh, well, you got dolls. Yeah, I got dolls. Many of them are Irwin, some are Bandai, some might be Great Eastern Glee, but the dolls were made for anyone to gather, play with, show off. So I don't have to worry about ownership or Doubleright when I'm making my films. And that's why I don't upload any other folks' work. Well, first off, I don't have the means to. And even if I did have the means to, I still wouldn't do it. You think I want to get in a Doubleright bind with the Toei business or Owling Now Golding's business, over, oh, well, you uploaded all the 5 followings of Sailor Moon. And also Hearst 1, 2, and 3, and Forever, and Hearst, and Stars, and Hearst, and Forever, Forever, and Stars. No, I don't think so. Oh, you uploaded these songs. You were uploading the things from the free films, or from the plays, or the song, or the plays, or the song shows, or whatever. No. Or from the film games themselves. No, I have been wise. Now, a long time ago, I once did upload, but these were drawings from, I don't know, Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo. And these were folks' drawings offshooting from drawings. So it would be really hard to know who had ownership in Doubleright. And folks would say, oh, you were lucky back in the day. Yeah, I was lucky back in the day because the Toei business and the Owling Now Golding's business were going after folks who were uploading, Sailor Moon's, films and shows and plays and shit like that. And I stopped doing that because I knew sooner or later my luck would run out. And here I am 12 years later. Well, I never gotten in a bind with ownership and Doubleright, And I know some folks are going to say, oh, your luck will run out. On how? Go back to all my films I made for 12 years, and you're not going to see anything from the Sailor Moon drawing shows or drawing films, or from the plays, or the song plays, or the film games, or anything that Toei has ownership or half ownership over, or Doubleright or half Doubleright over. You know, same thing. I don't have anything in my films that the Adeline now Golding's business has ownership or Doubleright over. So, yeah. And you might think, some folks might think making a film like this is boring. You know, all right, it's boring, but it's well to be boring than to do other shit and not be. Because let's be earnest, I can't afford to get a lawyer to help me if I ever gotten in a bind of ownership or Doubleright. You know? So, yeah, I play it well. I don't upload any shows or films or plays or anything that Toei has ownership of Doubleright over, or the Aldeling Now Golding's business has ownership and Doubleright over, or whoever has ownership and Doubleright over Sailor Moon. I don't know. I don't know. And so, even if the folks at the Toei business, the owners of the Toei business, the head leaders, the seatmen, and even the force setter, the Toei business, don't like what I'm doing, that's too bad. Even if Nako Takenshi doesn't like my take on Sailor Moon, that's too bad. They can't do anything because I don't got nothing in my films that they got ownership and Doubleright over. And no, the dolls were made for anyone to play with and to show off and to gather. So, yeah, you can, if you're going to bring up dolls, nope. So, anyway, yeah. That's why I never gotten in an ownership and Doubleright bind with the Toei business. That's why I never got in an ownership and Doubleright bind with the Adeline Now Golding's business or anyone else's business when it comes to that shit. Everybody likes to upload songs, Sailor Moon songs, or, the Sailor Moon drawing shows, whatever, the between 91s or the 2001s, the plays or the song plays or the film games. And, and then they think, oh, well, I hope they see this fair work. And I don't think that's going to help you at all. Fair work is something that when you're in a lawful bind and you're in some hearing or some stretch, you say that to the high diva or the oath takers or both, and hoping that they look at your work and say, yeah, your work does meet fair work, or no, it doesn't. It's not something you put in your films and hope that, that it will shield you from not getting double-righted on. So that's why I don't do it. And that's why the Toei business and the Adeline Now Golding's business, or hell, even Bandai, will never come after me when it comes, because there's nothing in these films that they have any ownership over. And go back to all my films I made going back to 12 years ago, and you're not going to see any of it. Even if they would come on my fairway and start looking at all my uploads and live streams and shorts, they wouldn't see anything that was owned by them. They wouldn't hear anything that was owned by them. So it would just be, it wouldn't be worth their time. So that's how I never gotten in the bind with the Toei business or Adeline Now Golding's business over ownership and Doubleright to Sailor Moon. Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.